Good afternoon and welcome to Humber TV. My name is Neil Edling and this afternoon I have Keith Loveday of Pure Graphic Design with us this afternoon. Keith, welcome.
Oh, thank you, Neil. That's brilliant.
Good. Hope you appreciate our luxurious surroundings here.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Really
It is. It
yes.
is. Well, as I said, thanks for coming along. Obviously, there'll be a few people out there who don't know you and where you're from and your background. So, do you want to fill us in a little bit on
Yeah, I
on
suppose.
that sort of thing?
I think really only really moved out over here about 4 years ago.
From where?
From the big city called Leeds.
Ooh.
Yes, I know. This is it. Just wanted a change of lifestyle, change of pace of life. Nicer people. You know, you walk around the streets in the village and you get to know people in the pub. And they say hi to you, want to have a conversation, which is quite unusual compared to when I used to live in Leeds.
They don't talk much in Leeds then?
Well, I guess not. I suppose you get to the point. You know there's certain neighbours, but the people at the end of the street normally scuttle off in the cars before you can have a natter with them, really.
So are you Leeds born and bred?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Someone has to, I suppose.
Thank you very much. Yes.
It's a pleasure. So, so you moved over here to get away from the rat race. What were you doing in Leeds? What were you graphic design there?
Graphic design all my life, really. Basically being taught by from Jacob Kramer style right at the very beginning. So I always had a passion for art and design. Always very creative and drawing things. But my real passion was, so I wanted to be an engineering designer at
So
school.
did you used to play around quite a bit with your plasticine when you were younger?
Do you know, Lego was fantastic. You know, I used to get boxes of Lego for Christmas and you have this space thing you had to build. I'd built it within an hour, then I was creating my own afterwards, really.
An empire.
An empire, yes, a dark empire with space invaders. And
So how
everything.
come you would have thought that if that was your passion with Lego, how come you ended up in graphic design? Right, because I was expecting you to say, well, actually, I was always having me, pencils and crayons out, and I was drawing, and I was colouring in and painting, and visited you as a little Van Gogh.
I think really it was going through school and going through those little O-levels, as you used to call them, not GCSEs. I failed math physics miserably. And maths, well, wasn't too cracking, so obviously I fell
You could really do that if you wanted to go into engineering sort of thing.
Yeah, I think it really needed to push me forward through there, so I fell back on my art skills, my drawing and everything like that.
Right.
We used to go through doing technical drawing. That was always fantastic, and doing that and then building something from there. But art was always strong as well, so good drawer, good interpreter of things, and just really follow that passion down.
So for those people out there who don't really understand what graphic design is, I mean, explain to them, because surely it's just painting by numbers, isn't it?
Oh dear, that's terrible. You know, only painting by numbers I ever saw was an old lady who used to come on TV and she'd have a little board and an easel chalked up, you could follow it through. Graphic design really, for me, is understanding people's business. It's creating an identity for that business that actually tells what the who's and the why's and the how fors.
And is that applicable to all businesses? Because again, some people think, oh, graphic design, I'm not a multinational PLC, I can't afford branding.
I think it is